Hello Fatality Workers, this is Blackflame from the Fatality Company and welcome back to Noc'Craft. I've not been in this room in a while, have we? In fact, it's still got ores in the floor and it's still not decorated and it's horrible. But you know, we've been doing a lot of building episodes recently. In fact, the only one that's been relatively recent that hasn't been a building episode was the last episode that went up. Oh, and the Ender Dragon fight, I guess. But a lot of them have been building or adventuring. You know, we've not done any tech advancement. So I figured, seeing as I kind of gave up on the idea of that red power storage system I started, but mainly because I just couldn't get it to work how I wanted it to in creative, I figured we'd go into a mod that I've never used before. So this will be a learning experience for me. I'm going to be using the wiki if I need to, and it will be learning experience for you as well. This is Applied Energistics. This is a storage system mod that basically turns all your physical items into data inside a computer network, which is awesome. You see, this is what I needed the quartz for before. I've also cooked up some of the dust into silicon already, and yeah, the first thing that we're going to make is with diamonds, redstone's already in there, silicon, and that's it. ME advanced processor. I don't know how many of those we're going to need or anything along those lines, but first thing we're making is this, an ME controller, which is basically the brains block for Applied Energistics. This is what you give power to, and this is what basically distributes the power throughout the entire network. So, I'll get that placed down, and I'm going to plonk it in our storage room in kind of, just like out in the middle somewhere for now, and then I'll start giving it actual placement later on. You know, I'll run wires through the walls and stuff. And this is taking a long time, even with it being blue. What are we giving it? We're giving it 16? Really, only 16? Well, we're a fifth of the way there. I'll see you in a minute. Now, the way that I've shown this is the way of using it in an assembly table, which is to save you redstone, mainly. And you know, it's automated as well. But there's another couple of ways you can do it. You can make redstone diamond chipsets and you can just craft them together, or you can smelt an advanced processor assembly, which is 2 redstone, a diamond, a silicon, and a quartz cutting knife, which is 2 pieces of quartz, 2 sticks, and an iron ingot. And we're actually going to craft the rest of the things we need that way, just because it's a lot quicker. So I guess we should make our first block. I'm going up here because I don't need the bit down there anymore. So, advanced processor in the middle, processor. I keep saying processor, and that's not how I pronounce that, processor. Anyway, yeah, 4 quartz crystals with iron in the corners, and we get our controller block. Our first rung on the ladder to AE superiority. Right. Next thing we need is an ME drive. Chest, 2 pieces of glass, 4 more iron, and some basic processors, which once again I'm going to make the assembly for, so that's why I've got the gold on me. I guess we need to make our cutting knife, don't we? Stick, and iron. 2 quartz. We're probably going to end up needing more quartz, just as a warning. Quartz cutting knife, so then we want that there, and we're going to, I'm just going to make all of these for now, and then, what was the final bit of the recipe? Quartz? No, silicon. There we go, because I already know that we're going to need those. Because I was looking up the recipes while I was waiting for the other thing to work. And then back down, because I forgot, yes, of course, we need to smelt them. So I can just quickly shove these into my induction furnace. Now, one thing that I will point out while I'm in here, I've taken the wooden engines off this so it doesn't auto pump, but I placed them and they connected to each other like this. Now, I'm sorry, but I think that looks pretty cool, and I think I'm going to have to use it somewhere. I may even turn them on. I don't think they'll be able to explode if they're pointed at each other, because they'll transfer power back and forth between each other. I don't know. There's one way to find out, though. Okay. So, I should have grabbed some wood while I was up there, shouldn't I? Whoopsie-daisies. Now, I keep having quite bad frame rate issues with this, for whatever reason. So I've actually dropped my render distance down to short, and it seemed to help much at all. So, I don't know why I'm having the frame rate issues I am. Also, as you may have just heard in the background, I have got my pig farm back up and running again. Iron, 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 iron. Didn't make the chest. Wow, I'm too used to 1.5 already. I'm trying to do the drag thing. And then glass, glass, chest, and 2 basic processors. ME drive. What does an ME drive do? Well, it lets you store drives. Pretty much. Now we need an ME access terminal next. So we need a conversion matrix, an ME cable, and 3 pieces of glass. ME cable is... there we go. Quartz fiber and 2 pieces of redstone. Quartz fiber is 3 quartz dust and 6 glass. So I'm just going to grab that glass out of that. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I'm going to need some of this anyway for the actual cabling. Now, the interface is basically... I'm not good enough here. There. Should grab more glass. The way to access your items. You can make ME chests, which you can put these storage units in ME storage, and then you can use it like a normal chest, but bigger. We're going to skip straight over that and go to... I don't know if I need quartz fiber for anything else, but oh well. Right, now we need a conversion matrix, which is that. Which is another basic 2 pieces of redstone, 4 iron, and 2 quartz. So quartz, 4 more iron. Forgotten already. I'm going to say it's that. Conversion matrix. And then, where is... there it is, access terminal. I need more glass. You know what? I'm just going to grab all that. There we go. That's another half stack. And boop. So we need another 4 pieces of iron. Another ME cable. The conversion matrix. And 3 glass. So there's the access terminal. So now we have the ME controller, which will be connected to these 2 things and give them power. We then have the ME drive for storing things, and the access terminal for accessing said stored things. But the main problem is, the ME drive itself doesn't actually do anything. You can place it down, but it won't be able to store anything in it at all. What you need is these storage units. Now, after having a look at them, we can make this one easy. Storage shell is just basic with 4 quartz and 4 redstone. So I thought to myself, okay, let's try the 16K. 16K is storage block, which is some 3 storage segments. Storage segments are 3 storage cells. So all in all, we're going to need, it's like 3, 6, 9 storage cells. So we're going to need more basic processors than that. I also think we are going to run out of quartz. This could be a slight dilemma. Can make it apparently with that, but... okay, so first things first, we should make sleepy time for Rick. And then go collect the stuff that we just threw on the ground. Because that's actually pretty valuable. Okie dokie. So we want these storage cells. So we want redstone, quartz. Yep, we've not even got enough quartz to finish the 9 storage cells that we need, which is a little unfortunate. I'm going to cook up a bit more silicon and convert the rest of the dust into the actual gems, and then see if we've got enough, and if not, I'm gonna go and have to find more anyway. Okay, I have come to 2 conclusions. One, I think we should put a crafting table in here, because I'm fed up of running up and down the stairs. And the second thing is that I don't think we're going to have enough quartz to make a single 16k, so I'm just going to make quite a few 1ks, because the basic way that it works is each storage unit can store a certain number of types of items, in this case 63, well, in all cases 63, but then the number of bytes is the number of items total that it can hold. So you say 1024 items, 16,384 items, and so on. So that's the advantage you get. You don't get any more spaces. All you get is more space for the item, for the 63 types of items. So I'm just going to make as many 1Ks as I can, because that means we'll have plenty of types of items to be able to put in there. We just won't be able to store as many of them. So we need more storage cells, which is that, and I can make, what, another 2 of those? 2, 1, 2. Okay. And then we want to convert them into these. So we need glass, redstone, storage cells, and urn along the bottom. Hope you didn't hear that. My phone may or may not have been going off just then. Okay. So, I guess we can go and plonk some of these items down in their temporary positions and hope that we can actually wrench them later. So there is the ME controller, looking very dark because there's no power in it. Then we can have the drive and the access terminal. And then all we need to do is plonk down one of these ME cables for them all to connect to each other. Now, of course, this shows you...
User disconnected from your channel.
That completely threw me off. Is connected to the system. So we've got one piece of ME cable, one storage controller, and one of the drives. And basically each one of those will take up a certain amount of power. Now we're just going to drop all these in here. You can see all the drives in that. And now all we need to do is give it power. Now, this is the unfortunate bit, because I don't know where to get power from for now. I'm not sure how I want it to get here. So, I'm going to try and figure that out. And I'll be right back. Okay, well, I figured out the solution to our power problem. Don't know if you remember the hybrid solar that we've got set up over there that was the temporary power source for our base for a little bit before we moved on to the steam. Well, I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did last time, and I'm going to stand on top of this and I'm going to dig straight up. Because I don't pay attention to the laws of Minecraft. Yep. I'm basically just going to dig straight up, and then once we're at the surface, I'm going to build a big glass pillar up to the surface of the ocean so that sunlight can still get down. And then, of course, once I get an actual power system set up, we can remove the old one. Oh, of course I've misplaced, like, the first piece of glass. And I don't think that the water flowing down there should be too much of a problem. Also, can't believe I misplaced it a second time. Ooh. The light looks pretty awesome, and I've not noticed it before. Coming up from under the ocean. Still don't know if I'm going to leave it there though, or whether I'm going to terraform over the top of it in the end. But ah well. Let's go and check on the thing, and then we'll hopefully start moving items. See, that's now got the colour up on the front. And it is using up 12 units per tick, and I don't know how much that is exactly in EU. But yeah, you can see the interface for the terminal. It'll have all the items that we've got stored there, and then we've got the actual storage thing itself. So basically what we can do now is if we go and grab... Let's store all our redstone in it. We can get our redstone, go over here, and go... redstone. There we go. Got 64 redstone in there. And I keep accidentally typing into the search bar. So now over here, I don't think there's... yeah, there we go. We've got 16. Oh. Okay, so I guess it's for every 4 items it uses a byte. So that's actually like 4,096 items, not 1,024. And then we've got 1 of 63 types, because we've got redstone in there. So if we put another stack of redstone in there, we've got 128, which notice it stacks all together rather than separating. And go back, we've now got 24, which confuses me slightly. So 64 is 16. Yeah, that's less. I don't know. I'm not going to say that I understand it. But yeah, you see that we've still got 1 of 63 types in there. So now if I just do that and put all of this in here, got 640, which is equivalent to 88 of the bytes used. So I'm going to spend a bit of time off camera just transferring as much of this stuff down here as I can to our very ragtag storage system, which is at least centered. Okay, now one thing you may notice is that the first drive in the set has turned orange, well, the little light on it has. That means that the types are full. If it's green, it's got free space and it has free types. If it is orange, it's got free space but no types left. And if it is red, it is full, so you can't put anything else in it. There still might be types left if it's red, but it just means that you can't put anything else in. Something else I do want to mention is there are certain things that I'm not putting in yet, simply because they will probably fill the entire thing on their own. So, back to filling. My god, doesn't it look different? No chests littering the place. So, amazingly, the amount of storage that we actually had was almost enough. Yes, I just said about not having chests on the surface anymore. The only things that I haven't... Oh, I only just realised I was blocking that. There we go. Are these, because there's a lot of them. That's the other barrel of cobblestone. These, because there's a lot of them, but everything else is in there. Oh, almost. Still got these. These can go in there. It's only the books that I didn't want to put in there. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And what I can do now is say I want redstone. I can go red, ta-da, and I can just go stack, take a stack out, put it back in again. And eventually with one of our later updates we'll actually have a crafting aspect to this, which means we'll be able to... There's 2 different ways of crafting in this. There is a crafting station somewhere. there you go, crafting terminal, which is basically a crafting window, except you can grab items. It's like this, except for there's a crafting window here, so you can just grab items down and craft with them. And then there is also an auto crafting, which is why this is here. View stored and craftable, nothing. But if you didn't have the item, if you had the item there'll be a number, but if you didn't but could craft it, there'll be a little bit under it that said craft, and you could click that and actually make the thing instead, automatically, without you having to do anything. So, yep. We actually have storage. As weird as it looks. Oh yeah, I was using that to get up and down. Also left the armor here for now. The heads are still on the surface too, and of course we'll have to sort this out at some point. But so far, I think it's looking good. Now this may be another short episode, but I think I'm going to end it here for now, and we'll move on to something else next time. So thank you all for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.